Okay. Just first, I want to give my philosophy. You're born at one end of this life, and there's an end to it. I don't know if I've told you that. Someday there's an end. So it's how you live in between those two things that really matters. How do you live between point A and point B? And of course, the idea is to become happy. So I believe, I remember I like work, and my family is first and everything. So I think health and exercise. I start my morning every morning by doing exercises. I no longer run because now I'm 74 years of age. I like to think 74 years young. And but I walk. I walk at least 4 miles a day. Sometimes I walk up to 12 miles, depending what I do. And I look at real estate in the areas I'm doing it. Right here, I'm upstate New York now on a farm, and I look at all the other farms around me. And I walk a loop. In the city, I go through new areas that I want to look at, whether it's the Lower East Side or Williamsburg. All these areas are hot. Chelsea is booming, and it's exciting to look at real estate and walk around. There's nothing substituted. Sometimes I have listings in my hand, and I just walk around to see the listings, or I see transfers. I see what one building sold for. Let me take a look at that building. And I'm walking, and I look at the building to see what it looks like on the outside because I know it's sold for X number of dollars. And so I combine exercise with the knowledge of real estate. So, and then as you said, I'm a vegan, and I eat the same breakfast every day of my life, which is I make my own oatmeal, not instant, and I always put different fruits in it.
Nice.
And I eat a lot of it, and that lasts me at least to lunch. And I have a salad for lunch, and for dinner I usually have a grain, a pasta, or a vegetable, and I always have a salad. And I try to limit my desserts. I try to always be thin. I come from a very large family, and I mean large people, so I always want to be thin. We have very slow metabolisms. And so that's how I started. I take care of my health, I find is very, very important. And then during the morning at night, I stay time with the family, and I do my projects. I do work. I speak to people. I want to be active. When I retired 8 years ago. I told Judy, my wife, my next 20 years are going to be my best years. And you know what? They are.
Beautiful.
I'm not a lawyer anymore, but I'm so active. I'm doing new things. I'm pushing the boundaries every single day into new areas. And I love every second. That's the whole thing. Isn't that what life is about?
Exactly.
That you appreciate it. What's important? One, self-respect, that you respect yourself. Two, that you have respect of your peers. And that you have a good attitude. No matter what happens, try to keep a good attitude. I like to think attitude equals altitude. And I have my quotes. I don't know if you read that in the summary. I have one from Helen Keller that I follow every day. I say it to myself. Optimism. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Let me say that again. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. Think about it. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. All you have to do is look around the room you're in now, and somebody maybe built the desk that you're sitting at. Had to be optimistic, had to be an entrepreneur, or the chair you're sitting on. Somebody had to build that chair who was an entrepreneur. So it's, that's how I do it. That's how I think it.
Yeah, I like that.
I have my quotes, and I live by them.
Exactly.